Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in your school garden. Today, we're going to learn what makes things alive or not. You can see green trees, feel the cool breeze, hear a bird singing on a branch, and notice a stone lying on the ground. Now here's the question. The tree, the bird, and the stone, all are part of nature, but only some of them are alive. Why? What makes something living? Why does the bird sing and move, but the stone lies still? Let's find out what makes things living or non-living, and why it matters to care for the living world around us. Everything you see around you, the air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink, your pet dog, your notebook, belongs to two big categories: living things, non-living things. Living things are those that have life. They show certain activities called life processes. They grow, move, breathe, eat, reproduce, and respond to their surroundings. For example, living things include humans, animals, plants, birds, fish, and even tiny, unseen microorganisms like bacteria. Non-living things, on the other hand, do not have life. They don't grow, breathe, or reproduce. Examples include your school bag, pencil, table, car, rock, or even the sun. But remember, both living and non-living things are essential to our world. Without non-living things like air, water, and sunlight, living things couldn't survive. So nature is like a giant web where both depend on each other. Let's explore the 7 key features that make living things special. Growth. All living things grow. A puppy becomes a dog, a seed becomes a plant, and you're growing taller every year. Non-living things don't grow. Your toy dog stays the same size forever. Breathing. Living things breathe in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Humans and animals have lungs or gills. Plants breathe through tiny pores on their leaves called stomata. Non-living things don't breathe. No air goes in or out of a rock or a chair. Need for food. Every living thing needs food to get energy for movement and growth. Humans and animals eat food, while plants prepare their own using photosynthesis. They take sunlight, water, and air to make their food. Non-living things? They don't need food or water. Movement. Living things can move, either their whole body or parts of it. Humans walk, birds fly, fish swim. Even plants move. Their roots grow down, stems bend toward sunlight, and flowers open and close. Non-living things only move when an outside force pushes or pulls them, like a toy car that moves only when you wind it up. Reproduction. Living things can create new living things like themselves. Cats give birth to kittens, birds lay eggs, and plants grow new ones from seeds or buds. Non-living things cannot reproduce. Response to stimuli. Living things react to changes around them. A dog barks when it hears a sound. We sweat when it's hot, and the touch-me-not plant folds its leaves when touched. Non-living things don't respond. If you shout at a chair, it won't move or react. Definite lifespan. Living things are born, live, grow old, and die. Non-living things don't have a life cycle. They may break or wear out, but they don't die. Now, let's look at non-living things. They do not have life. They don't eat, breathe, or grow. But we can still divide them into 2 groups. Natural non-living things, created by nature. Examples: rocks, air, water, sunlight, sand. Man-made non-living things, created by humans. Examples: cars, toys, buildings, clothes, and machines. While non-living things may not have life, they play a big role in supporting life. Air helps us breathe, water keeps us alive, and sunlight helps plants grow. Let's clearly see how they differ based on feature, living things, non-living things, growth. Living things grow and change. Non-living things do not grow. Movement. Living things move on their own. Non-living things move only when pushed. Breathing. Living things breathe to stay alive. Non-living things do not breathe. Need for food. Living things need food for energy. Non-living things do not need food. Reproduction. Living things can reproduce. Non-living things cannot reproduce. Response. Living things respond to stimuli. Non-living things have no response. Lifespan. Living things have a life cycle. Non-living things have no life cycle. Next time you look around, you can easily tell which ones are living and which aren't. Just check for these features. Now that you can identify living and non-living things, here's something even more important. Respect for life. Plants and animals are living beings. They feel, grow, and depend on us, just like we depend on them. Don't pluck flowers unnecessarily. Don't throw stones at animals. Water plants, feed stray animals, and keep your surroundings clean. Every small act of kindness protects our living world. Even non-living things should be handled with care. Books, toys, and tools last longer when we treat them well. A baby grows into a child. A caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Even our nails and hair grow. That's proof of life. All right, let's test what you've learned so far. I'm going to name a few things, and you tell me, are they living or non-living? Ready? Let's begin. A mushroom, living or non-living? A cloud, living or non-living? A seed, what do you think? First one, a mushroom. Is a mushroom living or non-living? Yes, a mushroom is living. Even though it doesn't move or look like an animal, it is a living organism. Mushrooms grow, breathe, and reproduce by producing spores. They also get their food by absorbing nutrients from dead plants or animals, so yes, they're alive. Next, a cloud. Living or non-living? That's non-living. A cloud might move and change shape, but it doesn't grow, breathe, or reproduce. Its movement happens because of the wind, not because it's alive. So clouds are non-living things made up of water droplets. And finally, a seed. What do you think? Is it living or non-living? This one's a little tricky, but the answer is living. A seed may look lifeless when it's dry and still, but inside it has a tiny living embryo. When it gets water, air, and sunlight, that little life inside starts to grow into a new plant. So a seed is living, just in a resting or inactive state, until the right conditions arrive. Watch closely. The plant breathes in carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen. Meanwhile, the cow and the farmer breathe in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. This exchange keeps life going. So, what makes something alive? It's not just movement or size. It's the magic of life processes that keep it going. When we learn to recognize life around us, we start seeing the world differently. The tree in your backyard isn't just wood, it's breathing. The bird on your window isn't just a decoration, it's a living story in flight. Understanding life teaches us not just science, but compassion. So the next time you see a tiny plant sprouting through a crack in the pavement, stop for a moment, smile, and whisper, "Welcome to life."